Today we're going to tackle an ultra-specific problem that only I have. For the sake of this demonstration, we have two of my assistants here. This is Hazel. He is 11 and does not know basic long division. And this is Basil, the owner and creator of the Starbucks Workforce Union, and has been banned from Starbucks in 3 different states. But the sake of this is that we're going to be focusing on the infrared connection between the two games. Yes, I know, sweetheart. And the issue that I had was that whenever I tried to make the infrared connection between these two games, it just would not work. So whenever I had the trade go on, right here, so the sake of infrared for these games in particular was to, in Soul Silver, Heart Gold, they would connect to the Pokewalker, which allowed you to just basically take them on this little pedometer. And for Black and White, it allows very quick connections between the two games. So, right here on the front of the game, up top, it says to align the DSs like this. But today, if you were to do that, it doesn't really seem like it's doing anything. So the issue here lies in with the game cartridge itself. The official copies of the Pokemon games, especially Pokemon Black and White, they utilized a specific chip that only the official games have. So if they're counterfeit, they most likely will not have these. And you'll be able to detect them by looking with your camera. You see that blinking right there? That is the infrared connection attempting to make just that. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find and make sure that this is working in the first place, and you can tell that it's blinking by using a camera while attempting to make one of these infrared connections. So you're going to want to do that for both consoles. For this, we know that this one's working because it's blinking the light. For this is a bit different. The cartridge would be down here. So let's see if it's blinking. Yep, that's blinking. So, rather than actually follow this, because these were made with old directions in mind, we're going to want to point the consoles with the cartridges facing outwards towards each other, like this. Now we wait for the connection. But the thing is, they're not connecting. So what's the issue? Well, you know how whenever you're sitting on the couch and you're pointing your infrared remote at the TV and just it's not working, and you're gonna have to do this weird like fucking Anaconda Anakin kind of angle in order to get it to turn up or down the volume. Well, the fact that there is an obstruction between the two infrareds connections being this sly little dog of plastic right here, that's all that's stopping the connection. So if we separate that and make sure that they have a direct connection, that will allow the two consoles to connect, and thus infrareds will be able to be made, and a connection will be able to be made. And the reason why this is so important is because in Black and White 2, I believe that there are specific keys that are only available over infrared link, along with some other things like memory link, if I am correct. But I was struggling to figure this out myself, and now that I know the answer, I will pass this on to the next generation of myself that will be reborn in about 50 years.